Welcome back, everybody. So, as I said in my Angry Bird Transformers gameplay video, this is the review for Transformers Titans Return Mindwipe. And you're probably wondering, why is he upside down? And as you know, that bats hang upside down by their feet on tree branches. So I decided I was going to have him laying upside down just for fun. So here's Mindwipe. Sorry for the interruption. Okay. Now, as I was saying, here's Mindwipe. And the way I had him, he was upside down and he got his wings folded up. So let me open up his wings. He's on these little hinges. Just comes out like that. And as I said in the Skull Cruncher and Weird Wolf review, this like purple that's like really dark purple. That's what it looks like on camera. But actually, in person, it is just regular purple, not like this pinkish purple. And as you can see right here, this is actually darker. Because you can see his Titan Master in here. It's actually really harder to see his Titan Master in there whenever you're in person. So, as for bat mode, the only articulation he has is he can open up his mouth and scream. And then there's his Titan Master, Vorath, in here. Let me open this up. Yep, there he is. I'll get to him later. And then you've got hinge here, you got a hinge here, and you got a hinge there. And that's it. So, yeah, he's got this whole, these are his weapons, turned to his tail section. So, let's come off. Okay. Sorry, camera's shaking. Alright, so here's his weapons. It's just his, gun, the Pexoneer. And as I said in the Weird Wolf review, the reason that this is black is because I used it for Power of the Prime Swoop because he didn't come with a gun. And then I got the Perfect Effect add-ons, and then this is black, but I actually like it a lot better. Instead of this being this really just purple, as you can see, that got unpainted. I actually like this better. It just gives it a darker color to it. So, that turns into the tail. But what you can do is you can... Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't show you his collector card. Alright. So here's this collector card. Titans Return Mindwipe. Get a nice picture of him. On the back, you have Mindwipe and Vorath. His strength without Vorath is an 8. His speed is a 7. His intelligence is a 6. And his firepower is a 7. Now, if you add Vorath, his strength is a 10. His speed is a 9. His intelligence is a 11. And his firepower is a 11. So, Vorath, his Titan Master, pretty much really boosts him up. Alright. So, on to Vorath. There he is, right inside the bat. And he is a very hard guy to get out. I'll tell you that right now. Because the way that he goes in... Come out. There we go. That is hard to do. Close that back. Alright. Here's Vorath. And as I said, this color that he is like a pink purple, not a dark purple. But on camera, it's very weird, because I'm looking at him right now, and I'm looking at the camera, and he is a very different shade of pink and purple. It's like, you see the collector card, and you see the difference in color? You know, so you see how he's like really dark purple, and how the collector card has got that color? So, this color is actually that color in real life. That's not the camera. So, what I'm seeing right now is this pinkish purple color for the whole figure instead of this dark purple. So, it's just the way the camera works. It's really weird. So, here's Vorath. Absolutely no paint on him whatsoever. Ever. So, there's his face. And his face is just a smaller version of Mindwipe's face. So, really cheap, Hasbro. Alright. So, now, like all the other Titans Return figures, you can turn his weapons into a, vehicle mode or alternate mode weapon system. So what you do is you take Vorath, put him in a scene position with his legs out, not bent like that. Then you can see there's a port right there that his legs will go into. And you can't do this with this down like this because it won't work. So you have to do that and then put that down. And then bring out his arms as he's sitting in here. So now you've got this little turret section. And then you take his gun and put it in like this. Sorry, there was a cut there. I don't know why. Then you take his arms, put it there. Make sure everything is straightened out. It gets very locked in there since I put that paint on there. Ugh. There we go. Okay. And the paint I use, this isn't the color, but I use Testers paint. This is just blue. Now imagine the blue is black, and that's the paint I used. Camera shaking. Sorry about that. Okay. So there's Vorath. Now you can actually incorporate him into here. He can't. The only thing that you could do is plug him where his tail section would go. But if you have a base like Power Master Optimus Prime, which there will be a review of soon, or any other base, he would just plug in. He could be a turret. So that's all for that. Let me get this out. Sticks in very nicely. Alright. Then take Vorath out. And say you can't get him out unless you flip that forward. Man, this peg on him is very secure. Okay. Well, as you saw, these were flipped in, but for rollout mode, you need to flip these out and fold it down like that. And then you got his gun, which is his gun. Can't transform it. Alright, so the transform Vorath, same as all the other Titan Masters. Flip that in, flip his arms in, fold that down, and yay, you've got a head. So that's all that you do. Now, on to Mindwipe himself. He is a very nice bat with these extra back wings, which are just, for rollout mode, supposed to be smaller versions of these, because you can see that same speaker detail right here. And you can see the lines right there as this. So these are just faux wings, but they did incorporate them into the bat mode, which is nice. There's his robot mode chest. Alright. So to transform him, what you need to do is, oh, and his head is a very soft rubber, so you don't have to worry about breaking it. You need to bring this up, and there's a little tab in there that'll go in here, which is his robot mode crotch, which is weird. I know. And then this tab will go into this slot right here. Then fold his head down. Turn him upside down. Pull his wings out from his robot mode arms, which become his feet. Bring these up. Now you've got giant bat wings in the air. And then you need to bring these out and swivel them down and around. Bring his arms down. Flip around his shoulders on a very tight joint and rotate them. That way the bat feet are on the back side. Same thing on this side. Then rotate it around. I'd rotated the ball joint. There we go. Then bring these down. And then what you want to do now is bring them in. They'll click in and angle them back just a little bit. Not all the way like it was in bat mode, but just outwards. Just a little bit, that way you can see them. Like that. Now, his wings turn into his robot mode legs, which I think is very cool. So what you want to do is bring his leg forward, angle it up, bring his foot down, bring this on that hinge around. See, this port will line up with that. Just bring that around on the hinge, and you will see I'll make that knee joint. And then there's a tab right here that go into that slot right there. And this is rubber too, so you don't have to worry about the plastic stressing. You just take it, and it'll go. Let me see. And it will go, if you gotta bend the hinge a little bit, and it will go inside that port, or slot, whatever you want to call it. So, there you go. And make sure that his foot stays out, that way you don't get it caught in there. He's misaligned right here. There we go. And same thing on this side. Bring it down, bring it around, and tab it in. Alright. So there's mindwipe's robot mode. Let me straighten everything out for you. Oh, and you need to flip out his fist, which is very easy to do. And you just flip them down and they'll tab in, as you could hear. Alright. So there's mindwipe's robot mode. A very clean transformation from his bat mode to his robot mode. I mean, without the wings there, you wouldn't think that this would transform into a bat. Ugh. Words. You wouldn't think that this transformed into a bat. Which I like. It's really clean and nice, and it matches the card art. Looks like this just jumped straight out. Alright. Sorry, I'm getting a little weird here. Alright. So what you need to do now is just plug it in on the Tidemaster joint. There you go. There is mindwipe. A very nice figure. Alright. So for articulation, head's on the ball joint as usual. Arms are on the ball joint. Can go full 360. He's got bicep swivel. He's got double jointed elbow. His hands and wrists can go in. Bring this back out. And then his legs are on a universal joint. We can go up, out, all the way back around and down. Go all the way back. Knee bend. And his feet are articulated because of how he transforms, so you can make him go all the way up, but no ankle tilt. Now he's doing an Iron Man pose slightly. Alright. And his wings are on hinges back here. These are made of a soft rubber too. One of the very few Titans Return figures that have rubber on them. But I understand why they did it. That way you didn't have to bend parts to transform them. Alright. So then you take whatever this is. Double-barreled knife, saw, shield. Plug it into his arm. There you go. Which is accurate to the comic, to the card art. And then plug in his gun. As you can see, it gives a little bit of contrast between his weapons, the way that I've painted it. So there's mindwipe. In his robot mode, with Vorath on him, and all of his weapons. Let me angle the camera up for you. So there you go. Now for robot mode comparisons, here he is. Once again, you've already saw this comparison 2 times. With Weird Wolf and Skullcruncher. And mindwipe is shorter. This isn't just because I've got him slid forward. It's because he is shorter. Like, I will scoot him back, and he is shorter than the other 2 figures. So, he is a nice figure, but one of the things is that he is shorter. But, well, that's all for this figure. So, thank you for watching, and please subscribe and slap the bell to get more notifications to watch all my videos. And the next review that I will be doing is my Transformers Power of the Primes Volcanicus playlist series. And I'm going to start off with Swoop tomorrow. So be looking forward to that, and I'll see you next time in that review. So long.